Hi again, sixth graders. This presentation is intended to help you review how to write a paragraph and how to write an essay so that you are better able to respond to all of the essay questions in your history and in your English classes. So first of all, a paragraph is a lot like a hamburger. The hamburger paragraph. So you have usually about 4 to 5 sentences in a paragraph. The top bun is your topic sentence, what your paragraph is going to be about. And notice the inside of the hamburger, the lettuce, tomato, and the meat are all juicy details, one sentence for each detail. And remember to separate your sentences by periods, or sometimes you might be asking a question, so question mark, or if it needs an exclamation point, go ahead and put that, but mostly periods. And don't forget to start your sentences with capital letters. And one thing that I see the most in paragraphs and essays is forgetting to capitalize the word I and just writing the letter U for the word you. Okay, so those are definite no-nos when writing a paragraph or an essay for school. So we already had your topic sentence, 3 detail sentences, and your closing sentence. And that makes up one paragraph. Now, sometimes your assignments will ask you just to write a paragraph or 2 paragraphs, but sometimes the longer projects are going to ask you to write a whole essay. Well, an essay is also like a hamburger. Writing an essay is like writing several hamburger paragraphs, so to speak. So 5 paragraph hamburgers make one huge essay hamburger. So you have your first paragraph in an essay will be all about your introduction. Your 4 to 5 sentences are going to be introducing the whole topic that you're going to be writing about in your essay. Then your sections 1, 2, and 3 are 3 separate paragraphs that tell about one detail each related to your topic. And your conclusion, the bottom bun of your hamburger, is going to be your whole 4 to 5 sentence paragraph concluding or summing up your topic. So 4 to 5 sentences make one paragraph, 5 paragraphs make an essay. Just as each paragraph has an introduction, 3 details, and a conclusion, so does an essay. So when you're writing your paragraphs and essays, think about the parts of a hamburger, and each part should be its own separate paragraph or separate sentence, depending on what you're writing. Now, when you're done with your paragraph or your essay, see that little orange guy there reading a book about the mistakes he's made? Well, that's what you're going to do. You're going to, first of all, you're going to read your whole paragraph or your essay out loud to yourself. Because sometimes your eyes might just slide past mistakes, whereas if you read it out loud, your ears might pick up something different. It gives your brain another way to check to see if you've made any mistakes. So you're going to edit for capitals at the beginnings of every sentence, also for the word I, also for anyone's names or place names or proper nouns, you're going to write capitals. You're going to check to make sure that you've put periods or appropriate end marks on the ends of all of your sentences, and you're going to make sure that each sentence makes sense, and that's part of what reading aloud will help you do to see if it makes sense. And you're also going to check to see, did I write 5 complete paragraphs with 4 to 5 sentences in each paragraph? So when you write an essay, there's 3 parts. You're writing your first draft. You're writing your 5 parts of your hamburger. Then The second thing you do is to edit. And then the last thing you do is rewrite your first draft after editing for the best grade. So I can guarantee that if you edit and rewrite, you're going to get a much better grade than you would have if you just turned in your first draft and didn't read it aloud, didn't edit, didn't rewrite. You're going to get a much better grade if you do everything that you're supposed to. So don't forget to cite your sources. We talked about this a little bit in the course overview. Citing your sources is very important because if you don't, it's called plagiarism. And plagiarism is, well, it has two parts actually. The first part of plagiarism is if you didn't cite your sources where you got your information. Now, if you're just writing a story that you made up in your own imagination, obviously you don't need to cite your sources because you made up everything. But if you've done any research or looked anything up, you need to write at the end what book, what website, what magazine, what article you got that from. Because if you don't do that, that's using someone's work as your own, and that is plagiarism. Plagiarism is something that's not allowed in our school. It's against the rules. It could have serious consequences for you here at Icon. And also plagiarism is against the law in the real world. So if an author used something from another person's work and didn't cite their sources or tried to pass off that other person's work as their own, the first person could sue them, and it's against the law to do that. So it's pretty serious. So cite your sources at the end if you need to. And go back to the course overview. That gives you the proper way to write down your sources, because if you used a book, you can't just write the book name and the author. It has to go in a certain order. The other thing about plagiarism is if you go to a website and you copy and paste work and put it as your own, then that is also a type of plagiarism, even if you cite your sources at the end, because you're saying this is my essay when it's really not. And the teachers at Icon have ways of finding out if you've plagiarized in that way or not. Basically, all we do is we type several of the phrases that you've used. If we think you've plagiarized, we type several of the phrases that you used into Google, and that'll take us right to websites or places that those things are listed. So it's advisable, first of all, not to do it because it is against the school rules and it's not using integrity to do that. And secondly, most often we're going to be able to catch you and the consequences are not good. So if you read something on a website, book, magazine, etc., rewrite into your own words. And most teachers know what middle school and high school writing a vocabulary is like. So if they're not words that you often use, or if they're words that you can't pronounce, don't use them. Not a good idea. Write things in your own words. And there's a little cartoon saying, not sure if essay is brilliant or absolutely horrible. So if you're not sure what to do, call me. You can email me too. You can message me through OW. If you need help on writing your essay or paragraph, let me know. That's what I'm here for. And I'm happy to help you. So if you are watching this recording, you must call me at one of those phone numbers to discuss the recording to get credit for this. All you have to do is talk to me a little bit, what you learned from this essay. I'll ask you a couple of questions related right to this presentation, not essay. And then I'll tell you how to get credit for it. And that's it for today. Thanks for watching. Bye.